My name is Ruth Thompson, and I am the founder and president of Hugs Cafe. Hugs was founded in 2012. I was getting ready to retire in 2013. My husband and I both were getting ready to retire, and I was working at Market Street. I was running the cooking school at Market Street, and we had cooking classes for adults with special needs there. And we would hear people come in and someone would have gotten a job, and everybody celebrates that Molly got a job. It was no jealousy, no animosity because one of their friends got a job. It was a celebration. And I kept hearing how everyone wanted to have a job and they wanted to work. And 2 nights in a row in April of 2012, never forget it, I had a dream, same dream, of a restaurant that employed adults with special needs, doing every job that there is to do. And told my husband about it both nights, or both mornings, and second morning he said, we got to do it. We had never run a restaurant, never had our own business, never been involved with a nonprofit other than our church. The things we didn't know that we didn't know, we could just write a whole lot of books on. But we surrounded ourselves with people who wanted to help us with this.
Ruth Thompson, the founder, and I used to work together at Market Street in McKinney up in the cooking school. And one day she approached me and asked me if I would like to do some special needs cooking classes. And I looked at her, because when I was in high school, it wasn't really as, the inclusion wasn't like it is today, so I had never really had any interaction with them. And like a lot of other people, was kind of nervous about it. We brought some people in. I think there was maybe 3 or 4 for the first class, and at the end of the class I just cried because I fell in love with the whole thing.
So Ruth and I go to St. Andrew's Episcopal Church together. We're fellow Episcopalians, and in true Episcopalian forms our services are very long, and you usually have a normal service that you go to and a normal pew that you sit in. And on one in particular Sunday, Ruth sat on the wrong side of the pew, and I went to the wrong service, so it was kind of happenstance. And in our church, we have a 7th inning stretch of sorts that was like the announcements, and we call it passing of the peace. And oh, okay, he said no crying. And so I hugged Ruth, and she hugs me, and it was a moment, and I looked at her and I said, you need a building, and she looked at me and said, I need a building. And so we knew that it was kind of a God thing, that God needed this building, and so we knew that we needed to put it together. My husband and I went home and counted how many spaces we had for lease, and at the time it was 10, and we're called to give our tithe, which is 1/10. So we knew that this was the right thing to do.
Hi, Mary. How are you? I'm good. How are you? What you got there?
I found out about Hugs Cafe through my support group, Awesome Moms. They were talking about this great new cafe in downtown McKinney, and we all wanted to go there and support it because they were employing adults with special needs. Awesome Moms is a nonprofit, and we all have children on the autism spectrum. So we were so excited, and I walked in the doors the next day actually with my mother and my husband, and was blown away by the concept and the mission and the smiles and just the excitement in the air.
You know, Hugs is a place in the community that you can go for lunch, and if you're having a bad day, everybody hates you. Those days in the office happen. I know they do. Come in here. Come in here. You may come in a bad mood. You will not leave in a bad mood, because what you're going to see are people who are having their lives fulfilled, that now have a purpose in their life, that are now part of a community. They're part of a community rather than apart from community.
We have 23 adults with developmental or intellectual disabilities who work for us, and they're doing a fabulous job. We have, we have promoted 2 in the kitchen to lead positions. We have promoted 1 in what we call the dish pit, which is where you wash the dishes, to a lead position, and we have just recently promoted a young man to a lead greeter position. So they're growing, they're expanding what they are capable of doing. We started out carving jobs to meet a person's abilities, and they are showing us that they're much more capable of doing much more than what we thought.
Available for adults with disabilities. So we spent about a year with not much to do and not many interactions within the community. And through the grapevine, we heard about Hugs opening up, and we slowly infused ourselves trying to get in and get a place for Travis. And the Hugs prep classes came about, and we were offered that opportunity, and we jumped on it. And from there on out, it was full-blown everything about Hugs. He absolutely loved the classes, flourished in them, and felt a sense of being. So, which then landed him the part-time job at Hugs.
Good people? Yeah. Do you have a lot of friends here that work at the cafe?
I think it's great especially for the kids, and gives them a chance to be part of success and part of life. Don't stay home, don't start from themselves. They're here working.
And the opportunities have been endless here for him versus what we first found when we moved here. I wasn't really comfortable with just putting him in a setting of a day program. What we had experienced in the past with that was he became more of a helper for kids that had more significant needs growing up, and he didn't really get a lot out of it. But since this opportunity has arisen, he feels like a very important person in the community, that his job is as important as anyone else, that he's one of the peers, that the inclusion has just been exceptional. So that's just something that has made all of the difference for him.
My friends at Hugs, I like them. I like to see them every day. We laugh together. We talk each other. We're just having fun.
Hugs is more than just a paycheck. We're like a family. It's like that. Hugs is a way of life. It provides food. We provide service to customers and make sure they had a great time dining.
We thought we would be running adults with special needs through the cafe program, and that's not happening. 0% turnover. There's 70,000 individuals with special needs in Collin County alone, and that was 2010 census. And so we needed to do more. We needed to do more. With unemployment rate being 82.3% for people with disabilities who are capable of working, we needed to do more. But how can we do more? We have a restaurant. We don't have any place to expand. How do we do more? Well, we have you can see that we're here in our patio area behind the cafe, and a local church, Chase Oaks Church, came out and built us an herb garden. And I was watching some of our teammates who are teammates in the cafe work out here in the garden, and really enjoy doing that too. And I thought, why don't we open a greenhouse?
Ruth began talking about greenhouses about 2 years ago. And so once we started talking about the greenhouses, we just had to find a place to have them. And that was through the generosity of David and Ari Shelton that we were able to build greenhouses last year.
Howdy, my name is David Shelton. I am the assistant manager, facilities manager here at Hugs Greenhouse. Kind of take care of getting the place built and constructed and fixed and repaired.
And I'm Kari Shelton. I'm David's other half and also a member of the board.
Years ago, we had a friend of ours that has a special needs child and was asking for told us about Ruth and had this opportunity to volunteer at a fundraiser, and the two of us went and volunteered for it, and got to know Ruth and just loved her right off the bat. They were going to open the restaurant in the next couple of months, and I told them, I said, hey, I'm kind of a handyman type of guy. If you need anything fixed or whatever, let me know. And she said, okay, I have a list back at the place, so if you say that again, I'm going to tell you to show up Monday. So yeah, I showed up, and we did a lot of stuff for her back and forth, and I just kind of became their unofficial handyman. Just whatever they need, repairs and installations and whatever.
My name is Tara Shaw. This is Matt. We are Jacob Shaw's parents who works at Hugs Greenhouse. Well, Jacob graduated high school a year ago, and we weren't sure what the next step was going to do. And over the summer, we met Wendy, and we had been to Hugs a few times, and we started hearing about this greenhouse. And after learning more about it, it just seemed like a perfect fit for something for Jacob to do. He's always been fascinated with flowers, though never really learned about them. And so we came out and interviewed, and it was just a perfect fit.
Yeah. Next thing we know, Jacob had a job.
I help with the maintenance. I grow these beautiful plants you see here today. I sometimes help with the sales. Valued member of the community. Because without this job, I wouldn't be part of the community. Valued part of the community.
So the money that you earn from Hugs, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot.
Do you like earning money?
Yeah, it goes to sporting events. Sometimes some I save for a big sporting event that I might want to go to. My job gives me independence and to do things that I enjoy. These are the coleus. Thank you. I help grow these as well. It is part of keeping up with the maintenance, watering it.
Now I have 6 teammates that work for me, and everything that we've seen here or at the greenhouses we've grown ourselves, and this has been a blessing to me, and to be able to do what I love to do and be able to share it with special people. And so now we're at a point where now we're just trying to get the word out. And other than that, I'm just so thankful for this and what it's done for me and my family.
Oh, it's very important to have a place like Hugs in the community. It brings awareness, and it also does something that we didn't even foresee when we were putting all this together. It is a wonderful place for people who have special needs, young children, older children, to come. It's so easy to eat here. No mess is too big, no noise is too loud. Everybody's happy. The kids see our teammates, and it's like everybody's special here and everybody's happy.